It has this really cool open look to the fabric. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the arch lace stitch. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4. For this stitch, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 8 plus 2. So in my case, I have 18. For row 1, we're going to work 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So we're skipping the first one and into the second, 1 single crochet. And now we're going to do 1 single crochet into the next chain. And now you can start the row repeat. We're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you want to skip 5 chains and then do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 chains. So we're skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then doing a single crochet into the next 3 chains. That's my first one, second, and third. And that there ends the row repeat. You go back to the beginning of it by chaining 5, 4, 5, skipping 5, and then doing 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 chains. When you're at the end of the row, however, you're only going to be left with 2 chains to go into with the single crochets. So you're going to do that. This is the end of the row for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 single crochet into each of the next and last 2 chains of the foundation chain. So that's my second. And this here is the end of row 1. For row 2, you want to chain 1 and flip your work. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the very first stitch. And now you can start the row repeat. We're going to chain 3. Skip the next single crochet and then do 3 double crochets into the next arch. So into the next 5 chain arch. Into there and around the chain space, we're going to do 3 double crochets. So that was my first one, second, and third. And now we continue the row repeat. We're going to chain 3. We're going to skip 1 single crochet of the 3 that we have here. We're skipping the first one. And into the next one, we're going to do 1 single crochet. And that there ends the row repeat. We can go back to the beginning of it by chaining 3, skipping the next single crochet, and then doing 3 double crochets into the next chain 5 arch. So 3 double crochets there. That was my first one, second, and third. And continuing the row repeat, I'll chain 3, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next do 1 single crochet, which takes you to the end of the row. So you do that. You can obviously repeat for however many stitches you have left if you have more stitches to go. And that there is the end of row 2. Row 3, we're going to chain 6. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This chain 6 counts as a treble crochet in a chain 2. And now you can flip your work. We're going to skip 3 chains. So this chain 3 space here, you skip that. And then you're going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. So into the top of the double crochets from the previous rows, or the previous row, you do 1 single crochet each. Now we're going to chain 5. And now we're going to skip basically the chain 3, single crochet, chain 3 to get yourself back to the double crochets and start the row repeat again. So I'm just going to verbalize the row repetition. You start with the single crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. Then you chain 5 and then you skip the chain 3, single crochet, chain 3 to go back to the beginning of the row repeat. So for me personally, I'm just going to be able to do the beginning of the row repeat with the single crochets on top of the double crochets. That was my second, and this is my third. Continue the row repeat if you have more stitches by chaining 5 and skipping the chain 3, single crochet, chain 3. But if you're at the end of the row, we're going to chain 2 after you do the single crochets on top of the double crochets. You chain 2. skip 3 chains, and then do 1 treble crochet into the last single crochet. So into the single crochet, that's the very last stitch, you're going to do a treble crochet. And this here is the end of row 3. For row 4, you're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and you flip your work. We're going to skip the first stitch and then do 1 double crochet into the next chain 2 space. So around the chain space, you do a double crochet. And now you can start your row repeat. We're going to chain 3. We skip the next single crochet and then do 1 single crochet into the next. Now you chain 3, skip the next single crochet, and then do 3 double crochets into the next chain 5 arch. So into the chain 5 arch, we're going to do 3 double crochets. This is my second, and this is my third. And that ends the row repeat. You can go back to the beginning of it by chaining 3, skipping 1 single crochet, and into the next doing 1 single crochet. Now you want to chain 3, skip a single crochet, and if you're continuing the row repeat because you have more stitches, you're going to work 3 double crochets into the next chain 5 arch. In my case, I'm at the end of the row here, so once you've done the single crochet into the middle single crochet from the previous row, you chain 3, skip the next single crochet, and we're going to end this row by doing 1 double crochet into 2 of the chains of the turning chain. We're just going to skip the first chain. So you skip single crochet, chain, and then into the next chain, you do a double crochet. And now you do another double crochet into the next chain as well. And that basically finishes the row. So this here is the end of row 4. For row 5, we're going to chain 1 and flip our work. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the first stitch and 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So those double crochets you created, you're going to do 1 single crochet on top of each one of them. And now you can start your row repeat. We're going to chain 5. So that's 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to skip the chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, which brings us to the double crochets. And so basically you're going to do 1 single crochet on top of each one of them. So on top of the double crochets of the previous row, 1 single crochet each. And that ends the row repeat. We can go back to the beginning of it by chaining 5, 3, 4, 5, skipping the chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and if you have more stitches, you would essentially do 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. At the end of the row, however, you'll be left with a double crochet and the turning chain. So what we're going to do is just do 2 single crochets. So you're doing a single crochet on top of the double crochet and a single crochet on top of the turning chain, at the top of the turning chain. And that there is the end of row 5. Moving forward, you just want to repeat rows 2 through 5 until you have the desired length of your work or a finished swatch. This is really cool. I like this pattern a lot. It's open, as you can see. It's a pretty quick one to work with because it's pretty tall and it's just chains and double crochet. So I feel like it works up very quickly. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.